Everybody, I just want to show you guys a simple hip extension exercise. It's really a quarter cars or controlled articular rotations, but I've modified it where we're prone or face down. We're making our ribs tuck and engaging our core and not allowing that lower back to do the motion. So it's really just focusing in on our hip joint and making it do the extension and rotation of the cars that we normally would do. And so it's a really focus, especially if you struggle with the rotation of that hip joint, which is your hip joint itself and its ability to rotate, okay? So the setup is you're gonna use something like, I'm gonna use a bench here. So you could use a table, bench, a bed. It's easier if it's something you can kind of grip underneath. You could also use a big stability ball and have yourself hug down on top of it. The other thing I'm going to use is a ball. You can use a block or even a pillow, and that's just going to go for me to grab, and I'm just going to then be able to create a little more tension when I'm doing it, okay? So I'll set you up. We're going to lay face down onto our bench, so my hips are at the end. My ball is going to go in the back behind my knee. So I'm grabbing this here, so just make sure you can get it. Yeah, good. And you could use a tennis ball even or something. The smaller the ball, the harder it is, but we're gonna get our hip down. I want you to engage your core, tuck your ribs down, and make sure that this whole thing is flat here in contact with your bench or table or whatever. And then I want you to stay where you are, take a breath in, trap the air in your lower abdomen. We're gonna extend, holding onto that ball, externally rotate that hip, try to keep the knee high, ever so slowly, we're hovering forward and down. That's it. We're gonna reverse that motion down. So we're gonna lift up, we're gonna go back, and then reach that foot towards the sky to internally rotate, and then come back in towards our other leg. So it's a very small motion. I want you to extend, open that hip, hover, try and keep it high. You can feel all the cramping through here and come down. We're gonna lift up, so A-B dot, try and hover, keep that knee high, rotate, and then come back in. It's very minimal, but it focuses on this external hip, solidifying, strengthening that rotation. If you feel like your hips are tight, front of the hips, etc., this is a great exercise. Do 10 reps, really slowly, really controlled, back and forth on each leg. Give it a try and let me know how it goes.